very happy to be here today to kickstart this engagement on how SAIs and CSOs can work towards audit independence. That is really the context of the interaction. So we're very happy to have the federal SAI and also the subnational audit offices, alongside representatives of CSOs from both levels. And the objective, obviously, since we're discussing in the context of the audit reforms that we all hope will come through at the federal level, is to see what can we collectively do and how can we create a roadmap that will lead to stronger engagement between the SAI and CSOs in the context of audit independence.
There is no better time for this workshop than now, when our audit B, when we are working on our audit B, which has been passed by the National Assembly, House of Representatives, and it's now in the Senate. And it is not left for us, especially the civil society and the development partners. No, we in the Office of the General, we cannot fight it alone without your collaborations. We all of us know what happens in the National Assembly. It is the way you people interact with them will be of very importance for the bill to be passed and be signed to the law.
This engagement is timely, is strategic, and very important to the course that is ahead of us, especially in relation to the independence of the Office of the Auditor General for the Federation. Of course, we are aware that many of the states' audit offices now have legal frameworks supporting their work, but we're still very alive to the responsibility of ensuring that the Office of the Auditor General for the Federation, also were able to sail through the legal framework, which we have been on for decades now. As such, it puts that huge responsibility on our shoulders as stakeholders to see how we can, better work together to achieve this objective.
The SAI or the audit institution needs to have access to information, full access to information, in a timely manner. Most of our legislation were written when we were only thinking about paper-based information. Today, how do we deal with information? It's information systems. Do we all have the ability to have access to the information system of the auditees?
One of the key things for us is SAI independence is more of, ensuring we have accountability. We believe if the office is more independent enough, we'll be able to, prevent corruption to some reasonable extent in our country.
The ground are still infertile in terms of how much we have done. We need to push the work and push the boundary to that level where we can say that the audit institutions at the federal and states are well grounded, well supported. They have the needed tools, in terms of the legal structure and the finances, and the outputs and deliveries are coming out, and the accountability ecosystem is better for it. Then we can say that we have achieved enough. Primarily is to be able to bring two critical actors in the public audit ecosystem together to see what areas of collaboration exist and can be leveraged to improve the work of supreme audit institutions. As you know, the work of auditors are critical to accountability, and they also rely on support from civil society organizations. That's why we saw the need to bring both of them together to the table to look at what the challenges, where the challenges exist, and what kind of support civil society can provide.
I think it's really a very good workshop and experience chatting with the CSOs. Henceforth, we've known that yes, the CSOs have a great role to play with respect to the activities of SAI-CSOs.
It has been an eye-opening session where we are able to look at those key pillars where it is believed work has to be done to strengthen the audit offices. We've been able to know the current status of the SAI-CSOs in Nigeria with respect to those pillars.
So to me, it was more like experience sharing, learning the best practices from other states, what is happening in the federal, what is happening in other subnationals. So I have a lot to take home from this engagement.
What do we mean by collaboration in terms of working together towards a joint action when we try to split it? But there are some prerequisites. We need to be able to understand each other. We need to be able to agree on certain boundaries. We need to be able to look at roles and responsibilities, manage expectations. All of that is very critical if we want to achieve effective collaboration and not go towards competition, going in areas of conflict. It's good to discuss, but it's good to reach a common ground and to know where we're starting from.
From our end, for over 15 years, we've been supporting the legal framework for the independence of the Auditor General, and we continue to support and work with the National Assembly. And I hope that this time around, we'll get it right and the bill will be passed. I think for us it's very important that with the bill, we would have a very effective Office of the Auditor General of the Federation that would also help to reduce the incentive and space for corruption in public sector.
As an external actor, because I think it was a very domestically focused conversation, it is quite striking to see that it resonates with a lot of the findings that we have at the global level, including that there is need to have more collaboration between institutions and non-state actors. From those who attended, I think it was also one of the first time that we could see the Office of the Auditor General of the Federation attending this type of engagement and working towards collaborating with CSOs. So for me, it's really a success, but I do believe that we need more to make sure that we can achieve significant impact.
For some of us, we sit back and we criticize the Office of the Auditor General for the Federation and those at the state level, not necessarily knowing what their challenges are. So this engagement brought to fore some of those salient issues and challenges that they've been facing, which we understand that they're civil servants. They may not publicly come out to tell us what the challenges are, but speaking to CSOs, we can advocate for some of these issues to further strengthen their office.
What IDI and PLIs with the civil society organizations, as well as the Auditor General for the states and representative for the Federation have been doing here since yesterday, will go a long way to put an end, if we're carried to the letter, to most of the issues we have in anti-corruption fighting in the country.